Hi, I'm Josanne Wright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book and educational program. Well, it's been about a month since we last talked about building a healthy attitude with the article Psychology of Winning by Dennis Waitley. It's been a month of a lot of different moving and challenging types of activities because we've been traveling several times over this past couple of months. And here we are in May, and I had no idea that an entire month had passed until I looked back at my archives. So, what I'm going to do today is recap a little bit of what we had been speaking of, and I'm doing this on a Saturday so that next week we can just pick up where we left off. So, those of you who have not seen the previous episodes, and there have been quite a few because we've been talking about how can we as teachers and parents and adults help our children to develop that healthy, happy attitude. And that healthy, happy attitude builds their self concept and that it gives them the ability to tackle new things, especially our students with special needs. And it's a continuous building up of a child's self concept so that they can see, even though they think differently or they do things differently, they are still wonderful people, and we're blessed to have them in our lives. And that joy of being with someone. I had a teacher tell me the other day that one of the students that I've been consulting a school with for academic support, he is just a joy. The student is loved by everybody. Everybody wants to come over and hug him and tell him how great he is. And this little guy has Down syndrome, but he knows that he is loved. And parent was considering another school, and the resource teacher was saying, he's getting so much support here and so much love. I said, I think this is the best placement. And even though there's some extra work that we have to do to help him learn at his speed and his ability at this time, um, you can't replace that type of joy that you get from other students and faculty and even custodial staff for a child by moving him into another environment, hoping that the academic part is going to be like a special ed classroom. This little boy is not in a special ed classroom; he's fully included. So it's a little bit more work, but I am such an advocate for that kind of a placement for students, for all students, because all students can learn when learning is fun. And that was my motto for the Happy Little Garbage Truck. We have to make learning fun, but I digress. Okay, so what we're going to be seeing in this Dennis Waitley article are some of the key 6 points of how can a person keep that positive, healthy attitude, that attitude of a winner. And he talks about number one, 6 points: the higher your energy level, the more productive and better you're going to feel. The more productive you'll be, and the better you'll feel. And that will translate into your activities in life. Number two was through exercise. We found out that by building up our routine of exercise, we can accomplish so much more because we're feeling better. We've cut down the amount of depression that we have. We're able to actually sleep better, which gives us that much more energy the next day. Um, Optimism is a way of life, is number three. And number four is stay relaxed, smiling, friendly, calm, and that kind of learned behavior will translate into what you're doing with others and will be more effective as well because you have a relaxed, calm attitude about what you're doing. And number five was instead of griping, this is one of my pet peeves, instead of griping, try optimism. Because everyone could find something wrong with a situation or person or whatever, but can we find something positive? that this person or situation is helping us to gain. And the gripe one brings us down, the optimistic looking for positive brings us up. Oh, and then finally, talking about optimism, optimism and realism actually go hand in hand. And I know you've heard a lot to the contrary, but this is what we're going to talk about in the future uh, installments of our podcast and our blog. So thank you so much for expectantly waiting for this next segment. And next week, we'll continue with our conversations. Thank you so much. And we'll talk a little bit later. Please subscribe, please share. Thank you.